Hi, my name is Alex. I was born with a hole in my heart the size of a quarter that I had fixed when I was an infant. Later in life, in my 20s, I had some irregular heart rhythms, and that led me to getting a pacemaker.
Hi, I'm Nicole, Alex's wife.
And I'm Gabe, Alex's twin brother.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up? It's not too close.
Huh.
What is one word to describe me?
I'd go driven. Usually when you decide you want to do something, you'll do it. I mean, I think mom would joke and be like, you're stubborn, but
Aren't we all? Thanks, Mom.
I would say charismatic. You're just typically everybody's best friend.
who got into more trouble as a child and why?
Oh, you. You got in more trouble. You were the little devil and I was a little angel. I was admittedly Velcro to our mom. And you like to push the boundaries.
Yeah, it was me. I couldn't tell you why.
What is the best adventure we've been on together?
I'm gonna go a little abstract and try not to cry. But our marriage, I just feel like we've built a really beautiful life together that I'm really proud of and proud to share with you.
I don't have tissue in my pocket anymore.
Alex says I'm emotion full. Thank you.
Just in case, you never know. Yeah, she's always like, I'm so emotional. I'm like, you're emotion full. It's okay, it's beautiful.
It's a less negative connotation.
What's one thing that most people would be surprised to learn about me?
I think when they first meet you, it's definitely a surprise to learn about your health history.
When someone asks you about your heart condition, how do you describe it?
Well, my heart is a little bit lazier than yours might be. And so I needed the support of a device to just have a normal, like, beat to beat function of my heart. And that's what my device allows me to do. When did you realize I had a heart condition and how did you understand what that meant?
As we were kids, it's never like I was something I asked to know. Everyone already knew by the time we were walking and talking, like, yeah, you don't know, sorry, but like, here we are. It was just a fact of life.
When did you first realize your heart was different?
I kind of always knew it was different, but it was in my mid-20s. We had gone out and I didn't feel great. And I said, hey, I gotta sit down. I couldn't focus and I couldn't concentrate and I just felt a little off. And that happened again 2 weeks later. And I reached out to my doctors and he said, I want you to see an electrophysiologist, which isn't scary now. I think it's just a lot because like you don't realize what that means when that happens. And my cardiologist, he introduced me to my electrophysiologist and he said, you know, you're dropping beats for 3 to 4 seconds while you sleep. Your baseline heart rate, it's a little low. You know, we're gonna advise that you get a pacemaker. And I was really against it at the time. I was just like, I felt too young. I felt like it wasn't needed. And then I stepped back and thought about it. And I think it was like 2 hours later, I turned around and called and said, okay, fine. And they said, all right, cool, we can schedule you next week. And I was like, whoa, like what? I got my pacemaker. 6 or so months later, I was at the gym and I didn't feel super great. So I stopped working out and I probably went about as white as this paper. So I went in and they said, we think you'd be better fit for an ICD. So it's an internal cardio defibrillator. 7 months after my pacemaker went in, my ICD went in. I've had therapy interventions that have kept me from being at risk.
And helped you feel better.
Yeah, it helped me feel better. I didn't realize how hard it was for me to work out at a higher level without the device until I had the device.
Does your heart condition affect your daily life?
Daily life, not really. The only times I do is like if I do feel a dysrhythmia, sometimes I'll like stop for a second, kind of take account of what's going on, and then all of a sudden I realize I'm out of it, and I'm just kind of grateful that the device is there because now it's over. What worries or fears do you have about my heart condition?
Oh man. I fear that at times you're strong because you have to be, but I, want to be able to talk more about that and want you to feel like you have that support. I do have a lot of, faith and comfort in the fact that you have a device that's able to help you.
What do you know now about your heart problem that you wish you had known earlier?
It's that there will never be a final answer. Anytime I go to the doctor, something new could pop up. There's no where this ends.
What kept you positive through all your medical treatments?
It's that the alternative is to live a much sicker or dangerous life. There's no reason to exit stage left when you can be a participant in your health. Do you think I'm different since I've had my pacemaker implanted?
It's very obvious that you've felt better. I think you have confidence in the fact that you have a,
Support.
yeah, like a built-in life vest that helps you feel better, but also if there were an awful scenario where you needed more support, you have that. And I think, you joke about it sometimes that
BYOD, bring your own device.
yeah, or that you're like the modern day Iron Man. Like you have this gift really to help you both physically and mentally.
Oh, what are you most grateful for in our relationship?
I mean, just you. I expected questions like this. And I thought about it because it's like, we're both married men. We have our own families. I've still spent the majority of my life with a roommate, and that roommate's been you. I mean, yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about it, but your dad.
I know.
It's up to you.
Well, my dad passed away from a heart attack when I was 10. And it's kind of ironic
Yeah.
that I found you.
And, I had my ASD repair when I was 4 months old, but everything else has happened since we've been together.
Yeah.
It kind of finally occurred to me that you've kind of been surrounded by it your whole life then because of all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, taking it a step further too, we would like to have children, and for my dad to have passed so young from a cardiac issue, and my genes combined with your genes, who knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we've found out that my cardiac conditions are genetically related, and so that just makes it all a little more complex.
Yeah, but worth it with you.
Thanks. Who did better in this interview, me or you?
I mean, it's a very vague question.
What did you think of this interview?
You like to have very poised answers to things. You like to be very prepared. And I did the normal, I'm just not gonna worry about it. And I think it went well.
I think that sums up our relationship.
So what did you think of the interview?
I liked it. I think it was helpful to kind of reflect on our journey as a married couple, but also your health journey and how that has all been intertwined. So it was nice.
Yeah.